Welcome to r/Entitled Parents, where we share stories of moms or dads who think that because they have kids, they're entitled to everything, and stories about spoiled children with their entitled parents. And today's story is Entitled Teen Gets Fired. Entitled Mom Roars In with a Twist. As I mentioned in previous posts, I used to be a supervisor for public parks, in charge of lifeguard staff and pool maintenance. In the very late 90s, maybe early 2000s, an unusual situation happened at one of my outdoor pools, and they ended up being short-staffed, with a huge camp on their way to swim. Since I was in charge of numerous parks and pools, I call the one nearest to them and ask if they have an extra lifeguard to help out for the day. PM1, short-staffed pool manager. PM2, kind pool manager that agrees to help. ET, entitled teen. EM, entitled mother, with a twist. The first part happened mostly on the phone. Pool manager 1. I know I called you this morning when insert lifeguard's name dislocated his shoulder during training, but now insert other lifeguard's name just twisted her ankle and has to go to the hospital. I don't know what to do since we're already short-staffed and we have this 200 plus people camp coming in about 90 minutes. Do I call the camp to cancel? Me. No need to cancel the camp. I'll figure something out in the next 30 minutes, and if I don't, I'll come help myself. I'm still a certified lifeguard, though it has been years since I actually sat on the chair. I'll call you back. I decide to call pool manager 2 since her facility is less than 2 kilometers away, 1.5 miles. Me. Hello, pool manager 2. Pool manager 1 is in a bind and is really short-staffed, with a big camp expected to arrive in less than 90 minutes. How are you doing staff-wise today? Pool manager 2. Well, I had asked entitled kid to come in since we were supposed to have a camp, but they called this morning and canceled. He's still here, but I was about to send him home. Me. Sweet. Can I speak with him? Entitled kid. Hello? Me. Hi, entitled kid. I heard you were being sent home. If you want to be paid for more than 3 hours, union rule. We could use your help at pool manager 1's pool. Entitled kid. Sure, but when do you need me there? Me. Your manager told me the schedule you had today. You were coming in for a long shift, 7 hours. I only need you there for 5. Since you're helping out, I'll pay for your full shift. They need help in about 90 minutes, but the park is only 2 kilometers away. I can come pick you up if you need a ride. Entitled kid. No problem, I'll do it. You said I would be paid 7 hours to work only 5? Me. Yes, exactly. Since you have to switch facilities, consider it a thank you gesture. You don't have to race to pool manager 1's pool, but try to be there in 30 to 40 minutes so you have time to set up. Entitled kid. I'm on my bicycle, so I'll head over there myself. No need for a ride. 30 minutes is plenty. Thank you for the extra hours. Me to pool manager 2. Okay, so entitled kid accepted to go help. Make sure you send me today's time card so I can correct it so he gets paid properly. If anything happens, remember to call me. Calling pool manager 1. Me. I found entitled kid to come help you out. He is on his way and should be there within at least 30 minutes to spare before the camp arrives. If you need anything else or if something else happens, you know you can call me. I go back to my tasks knowing everything will be okay. I plan on calling pool manager 1 about 15 minutes after the planned arrival of the camp to see if they need more help. But other than that, I don't worry too much about the situation. Camp's ETA, 30 minutes. Pool manager 1 calls me. Pool manager 1. Are you sure entitled kid is on his way? We're setting up and we really need his help. We won't be able to let the camp in without him here and we didn't cancel. I don't want to be yelled at. Me. You won't get yelled at. Let me make a couple phone calls. I'll come back to you in 5 minutes with an update. Me frantically calling pool manager 2. Me. Hi, it's me again. Did entitled kid leave a long time ago? Pool manager 1 is getting very worried since they need help and he isn't there. Pool manager 2. Entitled kid left about 1 hour ago. He should have been there by now. Me. I hope nothing happened to him. I'll try to call him right away. Entitled kid doesn't return the call when I paged him. A pager is like a cell phone, but you can't speak or hear from it. It tells you someone is calling, then you have to find a phone and call back. And there's no answer at their home. I'm now worried something happened. Calling pool manager 1 again. Me. Entitled kid left more than an hour ago and isn't returning my page or answering his home phone. I'll be at your pool in 10 minutes. I'm nearby. I have my shorts and lifeguard t-shirt, but I'll need to borrow a whistle. Pool manager 1. Okay, thank you for the info. We'll finish setting up and wait for you. I get to the pool, help them finish getting ready, try to get my lifeguarding staff to stop looking at me weirdly. It's the first time they see me with a staff t-shirt, shorts, and sunglasses. The camp arrives and we explain the rules, then they are off to enjoy their afternoon. Everything goes pretty well. Pool Manager 1 really did need the extra person on duty and the day is pretty rough, but manageable. About 2 hours after the camp arrived, Entitled Kid finally shows up to the pool. I tell him I'll have a word with him when things calm down and to get on rotation. Lifeguards would switch stations every so often and we called it rotation. We now have a bit more breathing room. 1 hour later, the camp leaves and the pool is now almost empty. Pool Manager 1 sends someone to replace me, I change back to my regular clothes, then I have someone go replace Entitled Kid and I have a word with him. Me. Just so you know, you are at least suspended for a few days. I have to go verify the exact procedure since this never happened to me before, unless you have a good explanation for taking 3 hours to move 2 kilometers. Entitled Kid. Well, you said I would be paid for my full shift. Since I worked 1 hour at the other pool and you said you would pay me 7 hours for my 5-hour shift, I figured I had 3 hours paid free time and I just took a long lunch break. Me. Wait, what? You told me 30 minutes was plenty time to get here when I spoke to you on the phone. I never said you could decide how to arrange your schedule. Plus, you never called back when I paged you or answered your home phone. Entitled Kid. Oh, I wasn't home. I saw your page, but didn't want to go to work right away and knew it was what you would ask me. I was with my friends at the arcade. Me. Okay, I need time to process all this and I am angry right now. I don't want to yell and I don't want to take the wrong decision. Tomorrow morning, 7:29, I always gave that time. It's unusual, so people are usually on time. My office. Here is your union rep's number. The next morning, I get to my office and at 7:45, Entitled Kid arrives with Entitled Mom. Turns out she is the union rep. Me. Well, Entitled Kid, I didn't expect you to be late this morning after what happened yesterday, but you are here now. I need to hear in detail everything that happened yesterday from the moment I spoke to you on the phone at insert pool's name to the moment I left insert other pool's name. Because from what I remember you told me, there could be consequences, but I was angry, so I'm not 100% sure I understood everything. Entitled Kid starts telling his side of the story. He doesn't go in a lot of detail concerning what happened after the camp left though. Entitled Mom. See, Entitled Kid got confused because you weren't clear with your instructions. He didn't know he had to go to the other facility right away. Me. I understand where you stand, but I have to tell you what I did before you decide to blame me. Entitled Mom. There is no need for your side of the story. Entitled Kid is a good boy. His explanations are credible. The union will have his back. The worst you can do is not pay him for those 3 hours. Me. I don't know if you represent the union at this time or if you are being a protective mother, but… Entitled Mom. How dare you? You will not question my professionalism. You gave my little Entitled Kid, he was 18, my office number. He called me at the office. I am only here as the union rep to make sure you don't abuse your power and that the consequence he faces isn't harsher than it merits. Me. I understand your frustration, but please, allow me. Getting out my logbook from the previous day, I took detailed notes for every phone call I made or received from or to my employees or facilities. Me. Now, this is incomplete since I had to leave in a hurry to help out at Pool X, where I was expecting Entitled Kid to be. I then tell Entitled Mom about all the conversations with both pool managers and with Entitled Kid. I explain the arrangement for the pay that was agreed on, the measure with the time card I had taken. The time card is on my desk, which is unusual since they usually go directly to the pay department. I can see doubt starting to form in Entitled Mom's eyes. Then I start explaining what happened at the pool while the camp left, and about Entitled Kid not answering after I paged him and not wanting to come to work right away, about going to the arcade while on the clock. Doubt is now anger. I am sure Entitled Mom is going to snap and I'm going to die. She doesn't say a word, grabs the phone from my desk and calls someone. Entitled Mom. Hi, sorry to wake you up this early. Is insert one of Entitled Kid's friend's name there? No? Go wake him up. I have to talk to him. Friend's name, did you go to the arcade with Entitled Kid yesterday? I see. You can go back to sleep now. Entitled Mom, still with rage in her eyes, but not looking or speaking to me, turns to Entitled Kid. Entitled Mom. So you went to the arcade with X, Y, and Z. So you all thought it was funny that you were there and being paid. So you were planning on saying that you went to the wrong park and that is why it took you so long. You had a blast and it was funny, was it? You did the same thing when you quit school and didn't tell us last winter. Oh, it's fun to live off the money we sent you to pay for school when you weren't in school. Oh, you swore you had learned your lesson and would never pull a stunt like that again. Oh, it's fun to be paid while doing stuff you aren't supposed to do. Get your choice words and synonyms of buttocks back home this instant. The union will deal with your boss. I'll be home in about 30 minutes. It's a 40-minute walk from here. You had better be there when I get home. No, I won't give you a ride. Leave now. Entitled mom to me after entitled kid left and closed the door. Fire him. Me in a state of shock. Well, the recommendation is 2 weeks suspension for this and that. I don't have to fire it. Entitled mom. Fire him. He doesn't deserve the job. Me. But when he works, he does a pretty good job. I can show you his evaluation reports. He just has to learn. Entitled mom. Fire him. I'll write in my report that he lied to the union rep and tried to cover up that he stole time. Fire him. Me. Happy I get to fire him, but not under those circumstances. Also terrified at the metamorphosis entitled mom went through in front of my eyes in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, I'll start preparing the forms and I'll send them to the union. He should get his severance pay in... Entitled mom. He doesn't deserve it. I say he stole time. It's a crime. That voids any benefits, severance pay, or unpaid time he had left. He is gone. She stands up, apologizes for entitled kid's behavior, and leaves. I'm not one to be speechless or startled easily. My job didn't allow me to just blankly stare as the situation unfolded. But I just sat in my chair, looking at the door for what seemed like hours. I was in shock. I'm in Canada. We don't have hyper-strict military schools or forced enrollment in the army. I don't know what happened to entitled kid. I don't even know if he survived that day. But that was the scariest moment I ever faced in my career. We hope you enjoyed the story. If you liked it, then don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when a new story comes out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.